So today we thought we would talk about where we are with the whole concept of marriage right now. And we've committed that this whole entire process is a wrestle and is an ongoing journey of thought. We don't know where we will land with any of these concepts, but where we are right now is so different than where we were before. Yes. And so while before we would not allow ourselves really to evolve outside of a certain construct, I feel like that construct has crumbled. And so being able to talk about marriage, what we feel about the construct of marriage is, I've never had those conversations really before. No. And when I have those conversations with people around me, they haven't had them before. And they're refreshing conversations to have. And no one really feels the same. And I think that's good.
It is good. I hesitate to call what we're doing a marriage.
Well, what we're doing is not a marriage. Like, our marriage is ended.
Yes.
But now that our marriage is ended, I can look at marriage with completely different eyes. And
it's a third person perspective.
Yeah. And I just see how there were expectations that were faulty. There were performance, like expectations on you, expectations on me, performance levels. There were roles. There were mindsets. There were things that I think from a cultural perspective, we just stepped into without questioning or thinking, kind of like religion or internal whatever. But you don't even question them. You just do them because it's all you've known. And now that we're not doing it anymore, it's like all these layers of scales fell off my eyes. And I think yours too.
I'm going to add, what you make of marriage is also what you don't know or what you've never been taught, and you try to make up. As you go, you're like, hey, I've been taught this, and this about marriage, but whoa, there's this, and that. What is that like? And all of a sudden, you start trying to form your own reality or try to figure it out on your own.
Right. And the expectations and I would say the gaps and the expectations and the knowledge and the accepted, without question, involves sex, communication,
money,
time, money,
children.
It's
cultural. It involves chores. Something as simple as what chores are done by whom, and if that's rock solid or if that's fluid.
And that's a cultural thing. It's a family of origin thing, but it's also what we have absorbed from the culture around us. When I say a cultural thing, I mean like where you grow up. There's the smaller culture and then there's a larger culture. And so I think some of it is just not even questioned. It's like once you become a marriage, this is the expectation. You become one. What the fuck is one? What the fuck is even one?
Is one a contract? Is one saying, because we put our names on this piece of paper, we are now one? I mean, is one a legal term?
Well, can I say where I am right now with marriage?
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
For me, right now, I think that marriage and the way that we know it right now in our society is a patriarchal construct. It is a way to legally bind two people together. Why the fuck does standing up in front of someone who pronounces you husband and wife and you publicly kiss and then you celebrate? That to me is an archaic mindset. And then to then have a legal paper that makes it real is a societal norm that I think has archaic foundations.
I agree with that.
It is to keep someone bound. It is to keep someone locked. It is to keep someone within boundaries of control. Like if you are within this contract, then you will perform A, B, C, D, and E. And then like till death do us part, in rich or for poor, in sickness and in health. But all of those things are used to keep you in the marriage. But it's up to interpretation. But it is a control. And so I think it's an archaic, patriarchal flaw. And I don't agree with it in any way, shape, or form right now. I do not believe in the construct of marriage. I think that relationship is private. I believe that a relationship is private. I think
Preciously private.
Oh, and standing up in front of someone in a fucking white dress and a tuxedo to celebrate, literally, the origins of it is to celebrate the joining and of a virgin. And the white dress is virginal. It's no. It is demeaning to a woman as we can get, and yet we have lived our life as young kids looking to celebrate that. Women, their whole lives dream about their wedding so they can put their sexuality essentially on display for people to see. And I just think it's private. It's no one's goddamn business. No one's. What I do, who I love, how I choose to love that person, and my commitment to that person is no one's business but mine. And I don't need anyone else's fucking accountability to tell me how to do it and for how long to do it. I mean, I know I'm speaking strong, but that's where I'm at right now.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
You said this is where I am when it comes to society's idea of the concept of one. It sounds like what you're saying is that society said you have to be one and give up yourself.
Well, I don't think all of society has said that. I mean, I believe that you can be an individual. And as you are an individual, you can connect with someone else and become a third. Like there is a oneness that happens, but it's contingent on the health of the individual and them maintaining their individuality. Part of I would say the mindsets that we grew up in, it was forsaking of that individuality and just meshing into one. But I don't think that is necessarily all across the board that is the expectation. I think that's how we grew up. Or that was what ours was. But I still think the philosophy of oneness is an individual to whatever couple, however they define it, to their personalities, to their desires, to their wants, to their needs. And it should not be externally defined, scripted, controlled, known. I don't think it's anyone's business what that oneness, that precious, sacred commitment is. It's a beautiful thing that should be evidenced only as much as that couple decides to show it.
What I'm hearing you say, and I agree with this, and I'm right here. What I'm hearing you say matches what I feel in that there is no guidelines, and there shouldn't be guidelines for what you and I decide to do. There should not be an outside source of this is how you properly do what you are doing. This private, special relationship that you share should not be influenced by what society says marriage is.
Right. I think it's the same that I feel like with parenting. We have a responsibility to get our shit together. And then we'll do a good job in a relationship. Like, a good job with parenting, a good job with a relationship, a good job with ourselves. the boundaries of it makes, I would say, people adhere to something out here. I have to do A, B, C. And I'm saying that we have to do A, B, C. The internal growth and development, not living to a standard, not developing to the standard.
That's the only way that we were able to continue, was both of us letting go of that.
Yeah, we had to let go of all of it. I know I'm more fiery than you are, and I'm more fired up about this. I'm more fired up about things in
Well, this is
general.
going to be an ebb and flow where, again, that's part of what we're doing. There is an ebb and flow on who talks more fiery or fervently on what particular topic, and that's going to manifest. That's going to be present. However, as a woman, you should be fiery at what has been in society.
And I think I can say that I've had an extreme case of that. I'm a strong, very independent woman who put myself, so I'm in reaction, a little bit in reaction mode, but I put myself under the constructs of what I should be doing in marriage. And so as a result, I minimized myself for years and years and years. I did not stand up for myself. I did not follow my instincts because it wasn't what I was told was proper and right and healthy. It wasn't part of that contract that was the legal contract. And so as a result, I suffered. I made myself suffer greatly. I can only now see that, and I can look around me and have conversations with people around me, and they're doing the same exact thing. It was only when I was willing to let all of that go that I got a clear picture and understanding. So many people that are around us, and I see and I hear and I research, they are not willing to let the marriage go. Those constructs go. That's their safety net. And so they stay bound.
Oh boy, and I let you just totally hop into that construct. And
Well, it's because it was our construct.
yeah. And certain things were happening in this marriage, what was a marriage, and I knew that I had to be doing something else, something different, but there was no devotional for that. There was no steps or outline for that. Something felt off for quite some time.
Almost 2 decades.
And
But you were trying to live to something that wasn't even yours to live to.
correct. And you suffered.
You suffered,
We suffered too.
We suffered. Our children suffered. I feel like as we're moving forward, we're actually moving forward. And there's a freedom there. And I'm not grieving about the time that we lost. I'm not spending time in regret. But I want to move forward with clear eyes and keep moving forward. I do not want to be bound.
Yeah, we'll look back and a tear can form in our eye about what was, but it's a determined tear, one that you turn your head and you look forward and say, this is where we're going, or I don't know where we're going, but we're going there together.
Mm-hmm.
We're going there fervently. We're going there authentically.
Mm-hmm. No more gripping to constructs. No more gripping to false expectations or philosophies. Like, this is our life, and we're living it our way.
I'm here with you because I have nothing to lose. I am all in. I have nothing to prove.
Nothing to protect.
And I want this. And I don't even know what this is.
We don't know what this is.
But it has all of me.
And it's not a marriage.